Thanks so much, Ainsley. 21 minutes before the top of the hour, and we give you this election news, and it's about 2024, the presidential race. Multiple sources telling Fox News that the very popular New Hampshire governor, not running for re-election, by the way, Sununu, is expected to endorse Nikki Haley for president later today. Sununu's political team released a media advisory a short time ago announcing the governor will join Haley and make remarks at a town hall at 6 p.m. tonight in Manchester. Let's react, anchors.
Yeah, well,
go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say this is very interesting. So the two big first contests are Iowa, where the governor, Kim Reynolds, has endorsed Ron DeSantis. And now in New Hampshire, you've got one of the most popular governors in America, Mr. Sununu, throwing his weight behind Nikki Haley. What he has said, he spent the last couple of months traveling much of New Hampshire with Chris Christie and Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. And Sununu has said he does not think that Donald Trump can win next year and wants the Republican Party to turn the page.
Well, it looks like at this moment, and I alluded to this yesterday, that the Republican primary has become a two-way race between Nikki Haley and Donald Trump. More of the establishment Republicans, hawks, are more going with Nikki Haley, and then the people that want to take a wrecking ball to the Republican Party have sided with Donald Trump. Ron DeSantis has put most of his ground operation only in Iowa.
Yeah.
So if he loses Iowa, and the poll indicates that he could, unless some big upset happens because of Kim Reynolds' endorsement, but if he loses Iowa, he is out of the race. Nikki Haley has a far more ground operation when it comes to going against Donald Trump, when it comes to Iowa, South Carolina, as well as New Hampshire.
Oh, you bring up a good point, because right after that is South Carolina. She was the governor there. She's very well liked in South Carolina. She brought Boeing into our state. And I think she has the advantage of being the only female on the ticket.
On the Real Clear average, it's 45.7 for Trump, 18.7 for Haley, Christie with 11, DeSantis with 7.7. That's average. The 23rd is going to be when the New Hampshire primary is, just 5 days after the Iowa caucus. We'll see what kind of momentum comes out. If DeSantis, for example, wins or is close, maybe that shakes things up for the 1.3 million people in New Hampshire. It's a big state. There's not a lot of people there.
Well, and as you look at Chris Sununu's screen right there, he was reelected he was elected and reelected for a total of 3 terms. He has demonstrated a strong connection with New Hampshire's very large swing undeclared voters who are expected to play a major role in this particular primary. So there could be a lot of people who are on the sidelines but say, you know what, if I'm getting the go sign from the governor, I'm going to go.
People like Kim Reynolds in Iowa, will she make an impact? Donald Trump's up, and if you look at the polls, he's up by a lot. He's beating DeSantis, even though Kim Reynolds endorsed him. I'm curious to find out how well Nikki Haley will do now that she's getting his endorsement, or if Trump will still win with a landslide.
The problem with Kim Reynolds is her endorsement came way too late. You got New Hampshire there's still some time until New Hampshire. It could be impacted. He was very popular. His dad used to be governor as well in New Hampshire. He's made it very clear that he opposes Donald Trump, doesn't like he said, look, I support him when he was president, but because he's lost against Joe Biden, I don't feel like he can win this time. Now,
he was upset about January 6th.
He was upset with January 6th. Now, obviously, there's polling out now showing Donald Trump winning in all these battleground states, so they really don't have as much of an argument. But again, if you think about endorsements mattering, I think because he decided to do it in this moment.
I think if Donald Trump puts her on the ticket and makes her his vice president, he could do even better.
A lot of people saying it's possible.
Well, what's interesting is the Governor Sununu was asked on another channel, you're saying all these negative things about Donald Trump. Would you vote for him if he gets the nomination? He goes, yeah, I'm a Republican.
Yeah.
So he said, I'll vote for him. And he says he was a really good president, but I think his time is done. That's really what Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley are saying. They're not saying, I hate Donald Trump. Chris Christie's saying that. But the other two are saying, this is our time.
Well, they also have been saying that he cannot defeat Joe Biden. And
I don't think anyone believes that anymore.
Yeah, well, now with the recent polling going on, but that was the only argument that they had. We like his policies, but he can't win.
But Joe Biden is a different Joe Biden now than he was in 2020.
Exactly.
And the other component is the Iowa caucuses are not like people just write out a vote and that's it. The way you do it, you go to a place where they hold the caucus and you line up in a different corner. Are you for that guy? Line up over there. a lot of peer pressure. And to the point about Ron DeSantis has put all of his eggs in the Iowa basket.
All of it.
He's got the best ground game in Iowa right now. So will he be able to turn that into a win? He's got the governor.
Are the folks,
he's got the manpower. You never know.
Are the folks receptive of the message? The last thing I'll say is the money is drying up as well. You've seen a lot of the donor class start to feed their money into Nikki Haley.
Right.
When the money is gone, then they can't do those operations afterwards. So we'll see.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.